Well, it has been proven that it improves innovation, retention of staff, it improves revenue. There's a lot of benefits that come from cultural inclusion in the workplace. But I think more importantly, if we look at it from a human level, it's the right thing to do. It creates communities, it creates a celebration of being different.
No matter how much policy you develop, no matter how many legislation, how much you change legislation, nothing is really going to change, even if those documents are there, unless culture changes. So I shared with the room my own six-step approach that I've developed based on a literature review on how do we actually change that culture? What do we need to do? And when you look at policy and legislation, that's, I think, step 4. There's a lot that needs to be done before we get there. And we're not going to see proper change in our community until that cultural change has been done.
It's really important to us that we don't just have the conversation, but we talk about initiatives that are working in different companies in Gibraltar, and also the challenges that people are facing, and having honest conversations about them. So the theme for this year is cultural inclusion, which I think is very relevant to Gibraltar. You know, we have very many different nationalities, cultures, religions working here in Gibraltar now, particularly with the gaming industry, that's a quarter of our workforce. And I think that presents a lot of challenges in workplaces, because people are coming with different mentalities, different forms of business etiquette, how we speak to people, how we communicate can be very different in different cultures. And I mean, I've seen in my leadership training conflict that has been caused by that. And I just thought it'd be interesting to explore how companies have overcome that and made the most out of it, and that how their diverse workforces have led to increased business profitability.
I think we're very lucky. It's a very small community. I think that means that people almost live in each other's pockets. People know each other on a personal level. And when you know somebody on a personal level, it's much more difficult to buy into sort of the hatred that you can see outside. It does happen here. In the last couple of years, I have noticed. I work for a Jewish firm, and you do notice the tensions have arisen since then. But I think because we're in a small community, we can have these open conversations with everybody, try and understand people's backgrounds, try and understand their reasonings, and try and understand their points of view. And that's very important. As long as everyone has a conversation that's sort of polite, understanding, come from a place of wanting to learn, I think that's the way you can overcome a lot of the tensions that are happening.
My personal experience traditionally, historically, has always been very good. Unfortunately, things have changed over the past 2 years for reasons of the Middle East, which the Jewish community was always very emphatic. We would not import the debate, the dispute, the conflict, the rage to Gibraltar. My view is that there is nothing to substitute sitting down and chatting, getting to know people as people. Park differences. It's possible to park differences. I mean, I've got friends in Morocco, very good friends. I've got very good friends in Spain who might, in their own privacy, scream out, "Libertad español." But I sit around with them and we chat as human beings. To me, there's nothing better than that, just getting to know people.
Somebody mentioned to me yesterday, from one of our sponsors actually, that they have somebody in their team that's actually from a culture that's very direct and is used to be spoken to very direct. And they found it very challenging to have a manager from this neck of the woods that is very gentle in their approach and, very inclusive. And they were like, no, but you need to tell me what to do and how to do it. They expected that. So it's how do we balance those challenges? And, the answer is obviously through dialogue and communication.